Welcome to Grew with Portia, the podcast that uncovers the hidden treasures within grief. I'm your host, Portia the producer, and I'm inviting you to join me on a transformative journey where we will exchange laughter, of course, the best medicine of them all. Reflect on cherished memories. Remember that time that the little boy grabbed my hand instead of his mother's at the amusement park? Yikes. And of course, discover gratitude while navigating one of life's hardest challenges, loss. So get ready to grow with me, Portia the producer. Let's dive in. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Grew with Portia. I hope all is well out there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep it with the latest and greatest of all with Grew with Portia. One of the things that you guys know I talk about often is grief. And one of the key components of working with your grief is having that level of support. Because I think sometimes the right support is often not around you when you really need that pick me up as you're going through what you're going through. So today, everybody, I have the honor of being joined by a woman who is built on community. And what I mean by built on community is empowering, especially communities of color, women of color. Because let's be honest, sometimes we aren't always in the same room and on the same page because there's a lot of old wounds and limiting beliefs that we have to work through. So I have the honor of joining me today, Miss Lateshia Pearson. Lateshia, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
Hi. I am great. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank
Lateshia.
you.
Yeah, Lateshia, first of all, one of the things I love to do is start off my conversations with gratitude. What are you grateful for today?
Today I'm grateful just being amongst the living. I am grateful.
Okay.
hmm Very
Okay.
grateful. Yeah.
Okay. Not reading your name in the paper and,
Yes, yes.
she lived this kind of life. No, you're living it. Little sidebar, me and you were talking before we started. Me and my significant other, yes, I am taking y'all. I've been very quiet about it, but we went on a road trip through the Finger Lakes in New York. And one of the things I love to do, Lateshia, is I'm a big concert junkie. So I love going to shows all the time. And we got to see Lindsey Sterling in concert. And she's a professional violinist who was on America's Got Talent.
hmm
And this was my second time seeing her. And one of the things that she said during her concert was a lot of us are afraid to die because we're afraid to live.
Oh, that is powerful. We are.
And
Oh, that is powerful. I've
okay,
never heard that put like that.
okay. And I literally was just frozen in that
hmm
moment. Like I literally let that sit with me. Like
Yeah,
so many of us are really stuck in the paralysis of, oh my God, I'm so afraid to die that you forget how to live. Just go
absolutely.
about life and be that inner kid that
hmm
you once were at 9. You can still incorporate that into your everyday.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is so, I am like processing that in my head.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm true. I'm like, whoa, that is so true. Thank you for sharing that. I love
Yeah.
that. And that's what you do with information. We receive to share to empower someone else. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up about just being amongst the living, right?
Yeah.
And Lateshia, for our audience, right, you are the star of Owns Bell Collective.
hmm
And I'm curious, Lateshia, let's be realistic. When we're trying to pursue our dreams,
hmm
there's a lot of pushback,
hmm
right? And there's rejections, limiting beliefs. And I'm curious for our audience, what did it take for you to get this idea that
hmm
you are the founder and creator of on the big screen in
hmm
front of the own network where so many of us know we aspire, but there's often hurdles that we have to work through to even get to the front door?
Yeah, absolutely. First, thank you for that question. I appreciate it. But first and foremost, like I live in a world of manifestation, law of attraction. And also I believe that's just not my tagline on my email, but I truly believe in becoming the change you wish to see. So I
Mm,
just always have to credit shout out to, the creator and Carlos King at Kingdom Reign Entertainment for just believing in Mississippi, for hearing us us out and hearing a pitch, and be willing to take a risk on Mississippi, and I don't even know if you know this, but I didn't even pitch myself. I wanted to be more of like a production assistant, the PA or behind the scenes. I wanted to be in it, but Carlos King was able to see something in me that I didn't even see in myself. So being on reality television, TV, period, was not on my vision board, but I always have to give him credit for that. And of course, God allowing him, God using him as a vessel. So here we are going into our sixth season with our premiere date, October the 3rd, right? And I'm just like, whoa, here it is. It's always so unreal, but it's real. And I believe, Portia, when you move in good intentions, I say this all the time, God will move you from the back of the line to the front of the line if you just believe and have the desire to serve other people, to make other people better. You will always be taken care of. So I'm excited, and tell all y'all, everybody, tune in October the 3rd. Okay, all new season of Bell Collective. I have to plug it, but yeah. So, and here we are.
Yeah, I'm glad that you talked about again that power of support and community, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm curious, Lateshia, what did it take for you to trust? Because I don't know if you've, experienced being burned in the past. What did it take for you to open up to let me just see how God is going to work for me?
Oh my gosh. You're saying meaning being a cast member on the show?
Yeah, or just trusting in the direction that things are going,
Mm-hmm.
right? You just want to be behind the scenes and you have
Mm-hmm.
this person who's like, you can't be in the back of the line. You can't be Casper, the friendly ghost, when you're the one that created the whole vision.
Mm-hmm.
We
Uh-huh.
front.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, it was so many moving parts to that. When I was on a call with Jacoby McGee, that's the
Wow.
person who actually has fixed the show with me, and he this is a long story, but to make a long story short, when Carlos was like, "Well, what do you do, Letitia?" and I was telling them and this, that, and the other. And it was like, oh, okay, well, that sounds interesting. So when we got off and Carlos, expressed that he wanted me to be on the show, I said, Jacoby, oh my goodness, with me being on the show, I mean, with me being there, one of the girls not going to be able to be there. And he had to remind me that, you know what, you talk about manifestation, you talk about having faith in God, you talk about and you mentor other people to become the best version of themselves. This is your moment. Like law of attraction, frequency. So he started reminding me. That's why, Portia, it's so important to surround yourself around people that when you forget who you are, they'll remind you. So that's what happened. I went to Glenn at the time. I was like, we're not doing this. We're not doing that. And Glenn was like, oh, yes, we are. You remember you being here and manifesting. So somewhere along the line, I subconsciously, consciously manifested this, and I trust the process. I trust the process in all things. I believe that even with us talking, I don't believe that people you meet just by accident. I always look deeper into it to figure out what is this, because I understand alignment. I understand, again, trust in the process. I understand that I'm the power of my mind. So whatever I'm praying about or meditating or manifesting or writing about is going to come. So I'm always open because I know that I am a magnet, just like you are, and anything that we want or anything we desire, anything we don't want that we think about, we attract it unto ourselves. So that's just where it is. Basically, just trusting God and trusting the process and trusting the team that God had put around me.
That part. And I know that a lot of times it can be hard if you're not open,
Yeah.
right? When you
Mm-hmm.
talk about manifesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being in alignment,
Right.
right? Really just giving yourself permission to do
Mm-hmm.
something differently,
Yes.
right? Because oftentimes, let's be realistic, trauma
Yeah.
hinders a lot of us.
True.
And some of us don't do the deep work.
Mm-hmm.
So we keep ending up in the same spiral.
Mm-hmm.
My soul dad said this to me, I think 10 years ago. If I do what I always did, I'll get what I always got.
That's powerful. That's powerful. That's
And
powerful.
yeah, and I think so many of us subconsciously are a prisoner of that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because we're so used to things being in a certain order instead of us just saying, you know what, let me give myself permission to do it differently.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Let me give myself permission. I love that. And trust yourself.
Yeah.
Trust yourself. Like
Yeah.
trust yourself. Trust yourself. And I live by, hey, I'm a visionary at heart. So I'm like, hey, if something didn't work out, try again. Like I'm not one of those people who are afraid to like start over. I'm not one of those who I believe I can fly if I wanted to get up there and fly. I'm
Right.
one of
Okay.
those, and don't come around me because I'm gonna be like, girl, you can fly too. But no, seriously, you said something that was very, very powerful. A lot of times we don't give ourselves permission. We don't give ourselves permission because we feel like we're not worthy. We don't give
Mhm.
ourselves permission because we are afraid that other people won't support our vision. They don't supposed to. We're just afraid of failure. We don't give ourselves permission because we feel like we don't fit what society has told us we're supposed to fit like, and so that was very powerful. It is important to give yourself permission and speak affirmations and speak into your life and say, I am worthy. I do deserve this opportunity. I do deserve the best, and then things will start to shift in your life. But I love that. And I love that you shared that with your audience. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I've had to do a lot of mindset shift,
Mhm.
Lateshia,
Oh.
because even for me, just giving myself permission to love again. Right.
Mm.
Those of you who know my story of losing both my parents in the last 3 years, I shut
Oh.
myself
Oh.
down. Right. Like
Oh,
I
I'm sorry to
shut
hear that.
down from allowing the openness of love because I felt like that love pool had closed. Right.
Mm.
But I had to give myself permission to open up to that new love language from
Mm.
both of my parents, right?
Oh.
In the form of the signs, such as the butterflies, the hawks, the numbers, the eleven,
Mhm.
11, 10, 10, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Finding the keys on the ground or the pennies, whatever
Mhm.
your,
Your
whatever
thing
fits your
is,
forte,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
but giving myself
Yeah.
that permission and seeing the return on investment and allowing, right?
Yeah.
Allowing it to unfold organically instead of trying to control what
Mm-hmm.
this looks like.
Oh, yes. Yes. Control what you can control and let the rest just handle itself. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and you're happy, you're glowing. Just came off a vacation. You allowed love to find you. You were open to receive it. And that's beautiful. Like we can't control everything. Control what you
Mm-mm.
can control and focus on what you want, your desires, and where you're going. And let everything else just happen. Like God got it.
Oh,
Mhm.
you're right. I mean, talk about when you talk about manifestation, I'll say this really quick. I manifested my partner. I did. I mean, I
Okay, I
wrote,
believe it.
yeah, I wrote everything I wanted
Mm-hmm.
from personality, hobbies, ethnicity, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then subconsciously, I already knew some of
Mm-hmm.
the things that are non-negotiable, right? I love
Mm-hmm.
music. I love shows. So I'm like, this
Mm-hmm.
has to be a part of our relationship is music
Yeah.
of some sort. And what are the odds? We
Mm-hmm.
ended up meeting at a concert. That was the
Wow.
right.
I love stories. Like this is my favorite. I love hearing it because you would think you're people who don't understand the power of, manifestation, the power of, the law, people who don't understand that they'll think you crazy, right? They
Okay.
will really, really think you crazy. So I love hearing stories and I love meeting people who are in on the same frequency. So congratulations for you. Congratulations for believing in you. Congratulations for giving yourself permission. And congratulations, girl, for your man, honey. He thoughts become
Yeah.
things, honey. Your paper, baby, you wrote it down. You made it plain. I love it.
You're right. Signed, sealed, and delivered. For real.
Delivered. Congratulations. I am here for it, honey.
Yeah. I mean, when I tell you, Letitia, him coming into my life and our love story is like a Hallmark movie. I'm not even kidding. Like the whole thing is like a Hallmark movie
So
from,
beautiful.
I could write a whole script about us and our journey together from us going on vacation, the many shows that we've been to already, the different events. I mean, literally, it's like its own Hallmark movie and it keeps evolving every time.
I love that. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm happy. Are you glowing? I am happy for you. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, talk about allowing, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen my darkest days,
Mm-hmm.
and to kind of like segue, Letitia, for our audience who's tuning in, if they're interested in connecting with you, obviously tuning in to the new season of the Bell Collective, how
Mhm.
can they connect with you and also tune in?
hmm Well, I'm Lateshia Pearson everywhere. So Lateshia, Lateshia Pearson on everything. I am definitely not hard to find for sure. So please do connect. To watch the show. I mean, every Friday night, starting October the 3rd on the OWN network. So we 7 p.m. Central. I think it's 8 East.
8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Yes, Eastern. So definitely just tune in. I mean, and support and show your love and follow me on Instagram, Lateshia Pearson. So yeah, I'm everywhere.
So there you go, everybody. You can follow her on all social media platforms. You know, Google has become our greatest friend and asset. You can just Google somebody's name and, yeah, definitely mark your calendars for October the 3rd.
hmm
So, Lateshia, when we were talking before we started this conversation, one of the things that I know both of us struggle with is PCOS.
hmm
And for those of you who don't know, PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a hormonal imbalance that causes your ovaries to be enlarged and have cysts on them. You also have these weird little side effects such as excess hair and, irregular menstrual cycles and all the things. I'm not going to go into all of it.
hmm
Letitia, I'm curious, what did it take for you to become vulnerable about PCOS, considering that it's so personal and it's invisible to people?
So I was diagnosed in 2011. I had no idea what was going on at this time. I was telling my mom, something is not right. I had to go to the doctor to turn my cycle on. I had to go to the doctor to turn my cycle off. Things were just like all over the place. I had like facial hair at that time, and I'm waxing. I'm like, what's going on? What is happening? And I got tested. I went to a black doctor here in Mississippi, and she was like, have you ever been tested for PCOS? I'm like, well, what is that? And she was just looking, and all of my symptoms that I was having, anxiety, like things that I should not have been be having as a woman. So she immediately tested me and came out that I have PCOS. And as I started to progress and I end up trying birth control, did not work for me. And if you go to some doctors, they'll just say lose weight, lose weight. I'm like, it's deeper than that. So I
Or
was
take
like,
metformin.
I was just gonna say I was put on metformin, and then after that I started having cycles, and then my baby came, Josh came, who's 10 now. So I got pregnant, and all the times before I wasn't even able to have a child. So while I was trying to regulate my PCOS, then ended up getting pregnant. So after the baby, the weight just started to come and come. I started becoming like inflamed. Inflammation was the thing that hit me. And I have inflammation. Mine is in my belly. Some people, have acne. Some people have facial hair, the depression, the painful cycles, all of that, infertility. It's so much that comes with PCOS, the mood swings, um, depression, a lot of mental issues that we don't talk about, with women who are dealing with PCOS. So I'm just like, hey, I believe in everything that I go through is to inspire someone else, is to, bring awareness to this month is PCOS Awareness Month. So I was like, you know what? If I'm on this platform or even prior to the platform,
Mhm.
I was connecting with sisters, CYSTERS. So I was connecting with sisters like you, and just talking to them, trying to figure out how can we support each other? There are so many Facebook groups out there that I've joined. PCOS for Black women. I mean, it's just so many that I'm in and I'm learning. We're really, helping each other. So again, to answer your question, what made me be vulnerable? I'm okay. I've never in my entire life not I've never had a problem with being vulnerable or just being my authentic self or really sharing what's going on with me. So that was kind of easy for me. I look at things from the perspective of if I'm going through this, maybe someone else is going through this, so let me talk about it. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm wondering too, Letitia, how did you make light of it? I always tell people when I've got to use a Gillette razor to shave my sideburns and get rid of the whisker clan, or I'm
Yeah.
grateful for the fact that I have tweezers to get rid of these little, if you want to call
hmm
it, little groundhogs in my face.
Yeah. I wouldn't say make light of it. It's just that more so like again, control what you can control and change your perspective. So I started turning my wax days. I put my wax days on like my pedicure or just things that make me feel good. So I hardly ever go in there, maybe once or twice to go into the salon where I go to get my wax. And I'm like, oh, I'm just getting me a pedicure or I'll get my nail polish changed. Like I do things to make me feel good. So it's just one of those things. I hate. I've never used a razor. I'm so scared to use a razor because I read if you use a razor, the bump's gonna come. So I go pay that money for the wax. I'm so scared to use a razor. I am scared. So, but your skin looks amazing. So I'm sure you're good on that. But I don't make light of it. It's just one of those things. It comes. This is life. Life is lifing, and I just take whatever punches and try to, you know, bring the best out of it.
Yeah, that's why I make mine humorous. Like my friends know my sarcasm. I always tell
Yeah.
people when I don't want to do something, I'd rather smoke toothpicks with my butt cheeks. That's often what I tell
Oh,
people.
I love that. I love that. I listen, I'm gonna steal all your little one-liners, girl. You got the one-liners, okay?
Literally, people tell me, Portia, I need a book of all of your sayings, you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I'm saying. I need the one-liners for the girls. I need the reads, honey. Give me the reads. Portia with the reads. Give them to me. Give me the reads.
Right. I mean, because that's literally what helps me through is
Yeah.
humor, right?
Yeah.
With everything. Just like when it's my menstrual cycle time. I always tell people, look, I've got Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf taking me through the forest, beating me up. That's literally what my
Is
I
your
mean,
day one like hell? Like my day one is like the worst. It's not throughout, but it's that day one. I mean, I can't move. I literally cannot move. Day one for me is like the worst. I feel like my ovaries like they're having like some type of wrestling match. Like day one is terrible for me.
it's
I
Mike
mean,
Tyson all over again.
all over. Yes. So.
It depends. I know often when I've got a lot of emotional stress or emotional baggage that
Mhm.
I've taken on,
Yeah,
then my cycle normally replicates that. If
got it.
I've been on a clean slate where I've been doing my journaling,
Hmm.
getting, not having a mind that's full of all the business stuff,
Yeah,
events or upcoming things, then I'm good. But I
good.
often walk. I do a lot of walking
Okay.
when my cycle is, pulling an uppercut on me 24/7,
But
then
good for
I'll stand a
you.
lot.
Girl, you very strong. Yes. Yes. Girl, I need a wheelchair. So you are very, very strong. Okay.
That's all right. You look,
Yes.
your wheelchair is your companion, okay? That
Yes,
is your
girl.
personal
Like,
companion. It got a nickname and it's there for support, like what we
yes.
talked about in the
Yes, mama be
beginning.
like, I'm over here taking care of her. Here we go. She having another baby. I'm like, exactly. This is day one. So, okay, well, good. And thank you for bringing awareness to this. Like, we need more of that. We need more of that. We need to continue to advocate and our legislators like get out here. We need to start just coming together that our doctors will actually start checking us for
Listen,
like listen to us because there are so many people, so many women walking around with PCOS and they think, what is wrong with me? They don't know. They don't know. The doctors are not checking. They're saying, lose weight or walk or here's metformin or here's some birth control pills. Like just, patching things up. We need to get in there and really advocate and become that change.
right.
I do that a lot. I do that a lot. PCOS Challenge is an amazing organization to really work with. They are super, super big in the community, and they're all for making sure that doctors start checking us for it.
Right, because it seems to me that because of all of the symptoms of PCOS, it can be masked as possibly menopause, premenopause,
Yeah, it could be so many
right?
things. So many things. I mean, so many things. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, so definitely everybody, make sure that you're being that advocate that you know that you need, and
Yeah.
take somebody with you. Don't be afraid
Oh, that's powerful. Take
because
someone with you.
because you need that sometimes, especially if it's somebody who may have had a history in the medical field. Maybe they're a retired nurse or
Mhm.
physician assistant or whatever, because you never know how having that second set of eyes can really help save your life in some
Yeah,
circumstances,
that's true.
you know?
Good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, Lateshia, first of all, I extend so much gratitude to you for coming on the show and sharing just your story of, that resilience, right? Of being open, manifesting, changing your perspective,
Yes.
and really calling in what you really want and allowing it to unfold organically instead of trying to control it. Right. And
Yes.
also taking control of your health, being that
Mhm.
advocate that you know that you needed in the room and not just letting time go by, sitting around, oh, I'm afraid. No, you took action.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so
So,
much.
yeah. So, Letitia, for our audience, before we conclude today, we talked about community, right?
Mhm.
And I know often that there's a lot of women of color that are still on the fence about working with each other and building real community, real sisterhood.
Mhm.
What words of wisdom, Letitia, can you leave with them today to give themselves permission to open their hearts up, to be amongst their sisters?
Mhm.
Be the helping hand, be the change they wish to see, because teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, that is beautiful. I would tell every woman out there, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. Meaning, if you see another woman doing something that's amazing, congratulate her. See if it's a possible if she's doing something that you want to do. See if you guys can collaborate. I'm for collaboration over competition, or not even that, to see maybe she can mentor you. Like, we have to change that stereotype that women, especially black women, cannot work together, because we can. And if we believe that wholeheartedly and look at each other as, you're my sister, you're not my competition. We have so much in common. We can help each other in so many ways that no one else would even probably want to. So once we understand the power and unity, the power in us really connecting and collaborating, not just talking about it, not just because it's a trending thing, but to really build a sisterhood, shoot your shot, because that person may be waiting too. And we just won. Become the change you wish to see. You'll never know unless you shoot your shot. So go ahead. I would encourage any woman out there. If you want to work with another woman, if you want to collaborate, if you want advice, if you need whatever, or even if you just want to say, girl, you doing your thing. Don't be afraid to do that. Life is a boomerang. Whatever we put out there is coming back. So if you want to see that in your life, and you want to see the change, and you want to work with other women, don't be afraid. And hey, at the end of the day, if they shoot you down, it's okay. You shot your shot, and just know that that's not your tribe. But don't give up and keep moving.
That part, don't give
Mhm.
up, keep moving, and give yourself permission to put your hat in the arena, because you
Yeah,
never know
you never
what
know.
kind of return you're going to get from
Mhm.
giving yourself that, betting
Believe.
on you, right?
Mhm.
Betting on
Betting on
you.
you. Betting on you. Betting on you. And believe in you. Believe in you. Believe in you. And believe in you. And again, collaboration over competition. I cannot stress that enough, because can't nobody do me like I do me. Can't nobody
Okay.
do you like you do you. We all have these special, unique gifts and talents. So don't be afraid that someone's going to take your dream. But you should be afraid that if you don't move in your purpose and your God-given talents, you should be afraid to see it manifest in somebody else. Because whatever is meant to get out in this world is going to get out anyway. So if you're not courageous enough to do it, you better believe somebody else will.
Your dreams only move when you
There you
do.
go, boo. A dream is just a dream, honey. You better wake up.
Okay. Well, everybody, that was Miss Lateshia Pearson that you heard from on Grew with Portia. And that concludes another episode here. And thanks for tuning in. Until next time, everybody, peace and hair grease.
Peace and hair grease. Thank you for having me. This was beautiful. I appreciate you.